Hello guys, how we doing? Welcome back to the Three Hammers, and this is Luke here, taking you through to the weekend, West Ham versus Newcastle. This is our Premier League preview. This is just my individual preview. I'm hoping maybe later in the week we might be able to do an opposition preview if Sam is available. If not, then I'm sure we'll be able to get him maybe for the review after the game. But anyway, this is my individual preview. This is looking at the game from a West Ham perspective. So looking at Newcastle, guys, so if we have a look, I'll be sharing a few screens with you because, you know, these are sort of what I get my research from. So they're currently sitting, guys, so if we just get the Premier League table up, they're currently sitting in 17th place, 23 games played, 4 wins, 9 draws, 10 losses, 25 goals, 444 against, with a minus 19 goal difference, having 21 points on the board. They've had a slight resurgence recently, I have to say. If we look at their recent fixtures, we'll be able to see that. So in their recent fixtures, you know, any team in the Premier League, you know, that can put together, if we look at their results, you know, a great 1-0 win against Aston Villa, great 3-1 win against Everton. Then we also put in there a 1-0 win against against Leeds, a 1-1 draw against Watford. So they're in decent form. You know, they've started to put the results together, which is, you know, what you need. If you can put 3-4 wins together down the bottom, you know, you can get yourself out of trouble massively, very, very quickly. In terms of their top goal scorers, guys, we look at their top goal scorer list here. So Callum Wilson, obviously still out potentially at the moment. St. Maxim there with 5. It's crazy that Trippier's only been there a little while and he's already 2, you know, in their top 3. In terms of assists, St. Maxim with 3, Manquillo with 2, and Richie with the other ones. Let's have a little bit look more in depth into their team in general, see what's going on there for you guys. So in terms of Newcastle, this website is the site that I use quite a lot. So their characteristics, their strengths is they very well from shooting from free kicks, obviously since Trippier's been in, but he's obviously out for this game. Creating scoring chances, aerial duels is very strong and stealing the ball from the opposition. Weaknesses, finishing their chances, keep possession of the ball, defending against counter-attacks, avoiding fouls in dangerous areas, defending against attacks down the wing, defending against through balls, defending against skillful players, avoiding individual errors, and their protecting leads has also been very, very weak. The style of players, they like to take a lot of shots, try the long ball a lot, attempt crosses often, take long shots. They're aggressive and they like to play in their own half. So it's a decent team we're going to be playing. Let's not kid ourselves. They're a decent team that we're going to be playing this weekend. So if we look at the game as a preview in general, so if we go into the actual preview for this game. So the preview for this game is like this. So here's the probable lineups that they expect to play. With us lining up in the 4-2-3-1 Classic with Fabianski, Soufal, Dawson, Zuma, Cresswell, Rice, Souček, Bowen, Lanzini, Benrahma, Antonio. I personally think that Ben Johnson may come in for this game. You know, it's going to be a good test against some of their players. They're likely to line up in the 3-5-2 formation with Dubravka, Byrne, Lascelles, Shah, Fraser, Willock, Shelby, Linton and Taggart, with Wood and St. Maxim up top. Out for this game, for us, he's Masuaku, Ogbonna and Zuma is doubtful, but I would expect him to play. For them, Fernandez, Manquillo, Callum Wilson is definitely out, Kieran Trippier definitely out, Richie, Lascelles is doubtful, Kieran Clark, Hayden and Jamal Lewis. Team news, Kurt Zuma was meant to start against Leicester, but has pulled out. He should be fit to return. For them, obviously, Kieran Trippier, we know, is out as well. Newcastle have scored at least 2 goals in their last 5 matches against West Ham in all competitions. Newcastle have won their last 3 games. We dropped out of the top 4, obviously, with Manchester United beating Brighton the other day. Newcastle are now 4 points clear, and obviously we have European games to think about as well. Last few times we've played against them, guys, for those of you who are interested in that, obviously we played them right at the beginning of the season where we got the 4-2 win, which was a fantastic win in a really sort of nervy little game for a long, long time. Last season, at our ground, we lost 2-0. The last time we actually beat them at our stadium was back in 2019 when we beat them 2-0, which, quite a while ago now. So, it's a few years now. So we need to, start beating them at home. And that 2-0 win, the goals did come from Declan Rice and a Mark Noble penalty. In terms of records against, so David Moyes, I love this website because it gives you so many cool stats. In terms of David Moyes' record against Newcastle, you can see it there. 29 times as a manager. He's beat them 11 times, drawn 7 and lost 11 with a 1.38 points game average. David Moyes' record against Eddie Howe, who, linked with West Ham many times, Eddie Howe. His record against Eddie Howe, you can see it. I just had it there. Where did it go? Where's it gone? His record against Eddie Howe, there it is. They've met each other 5 times, 2 wins for Moyes, 2 draws and 1 loss. And finally, just the last thing I know you want to see is Eddie Howe's record against West Ham, which is as follows. So Eddie Howe's record against West Ham is he's met West Ham 13 times, played 5, won 5, drawn 4 and lost 4. He averages 1.46 games against us. So I think this is going to be a really tough game. I really do. They're high of confidence. Obviously, the Trippier injury would have knocked him a little bit in training this week because he's been so influential, real captain's material. But Eddie Howe, he knows maybe sort of another 3-4 wins and they're probably safe. We need to win. We need to keep the pressure on Manchester United. We can't let the season whimper out. We're overdue a really good performance as well. We've had games recently where we have little patches of 20 minutes, but we just continuously, switch off in games, concede poor goals, and there's been a lot of players that are out of form. Antonio desperate for a goal. Hope Jared Bowen can continue his brilliant form and really, push on to win Player of the Month, which I think he's got a very good chance of doing again. He surely will be nominated again. I'm not confident, though. I have to say I'm not confident. I'm thinking more of a 2-1 loss or a 2-2. I'm not confident of a win, I have to say. I think they just have got their towels up, and someone like St. Maxim can switch it on, and we know, we struggle against pace. It's a big game. It's a huge game. I hope we can do it. If we can do it, obviously, the points are there again, and we start, keeping that gap and keeping with the chasing pack with that top 4 race, and just more or less, if not top 4, then we start solidifying our place in the top 6, which, would hopefully be a Europa League place again next season. I do want to see Ben Johnson come in, as I mentioned earlier. I thought Soufal has been awful. And maybe just a little change of idea. Maybe Moyes needs to go to 3 at the back with the 5, because we know that they played a 5-man midfield that, converts into wing backs. Maybe we will have to do something to, counteract that. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave it there. Nice short and sweet one, slightly different one for you with a little bit more graphics. Thought I'd try something a bit different. Maybe back later. But until next time, guys, come on your irons, keep believing if you can.